We are live. We are live right now.
Awesome. Well, it's a great pleasure to have you here, Pastor Seth.
Thanks, Travis. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most unique interviews, engagements a pastor from Southwest Pennsylvania has ever done before. So I'm glad you are the first one to usher us in this unique endeavor. So thank you again.
Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure. Hitting two birds with one stone. I've always wanted to try some of these sauces, and what a perfect excuse to do it right here, right now.
Yeah, just hope it doesn't get too hot and heavy, but if it does, we got the milk, we got the trash can if necessary.
Thanks.
And we got some vegetables to try to...
You know what? I did buy ice cream, and I put it in the freezer yesterday, and somebody was here who I knew who they were. I think they swiped my ice cream, my vanilla ice cream I was going to use to... not to help myself out a little bit here. So.
Gotcha. Cool. Good deal. On the topic of ice cream, what is your favorite ice cream?
Chocolate peanut. Anything with peanut butter and chocolate, I'm in.
Gotcha.
I'm in. What's your go-to?
Butter pecan.
Really?
Yeah. Butter pecan.
That's like.
It's like kind of basic, but.
No, it's not. I think of it like that's like some like an like an old man flavor. Like, you know what I mean? That's like an old man flavor, but that's okay. That's okay.
I think I got it from my grandfather.
That's okay.
You know, and growing up in the South and stuff. Okay. Awesome. Good deal. So the first wing we're gonna do, this one has a flavor of garlic and Fresno chilies.
Okay. This one's not too hot, I don't think.
No, not too hot at all.
Okay.
All right, so let's kick things off here.
Okay.
So you're the lead pastor of New Day Assembly of God. You've been here for how many years now?
3 years.
3 years as lead pastor. Mm-hmm. And one of the unique privileges of being a pastor in Southwest Pennsylvania, because the people are just awesome and great. I only say that because I actually grew up in Macon, Georgia. I've been in Pittsburgh area for like 17 years. But this is an incredible, unique town with great people that's really known for their sports. I don't know, several times you mentioned about being a basketball player in college. We're just playing pickup basketball.
Yeah.
So if we look at Sunday itself as like your game day,
okay,
when you deliver your sermon, what are the things that you do to get yourself prepared for that day?
I do a lot of things. I'm just gonna put this down here.
Go for it.
It's like a week preparation for it, but even like on a Saturday night, by like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm thinking about Sunday morning. Getting prepared for it, even laying my clothes out in advance, making sure my sermon looks okay. I mean, you're always like prepping and always looking to change things up. Even in the morning, I get up, my alarm goes off at 5. I'm not like too crazy, but I try to be out the door by 6. And I don't very rarely drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but for some reason on Sunday mornings, I get it.
That's your go-to thing.
I get it, and I drink it pretty quickly, and then I've been coming in here and just walking and praying.
Yeah.
And then just making sure everything's running and everything is good. Everything is good. Just a quick, Candace, can they hear us okay? Do you think? Can you hear us okay? What's that? Is it me or is it It's probably me, isn't it?
I'll ask our viewers.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, we can get another microphone. This is our first time trying this, but so I prepare, and even like on Sunday mornings, I usually I get a little bit of a stomach ache, it's like how I did when I played sports. I would get a little sick before I would play, and once I got it out of my system, literally, I was ready to go.
Yeah, I see and like read articles and like listen to interviews about, professional football players and basketball players and other, sports figures. They talk about, when they get that first tackle, I'm good.
Yeah.
And so many people have like their own unique things that get them in the zone. I think Russell Westbrook, the point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, listens to slow R&B music on a Walkman before every game.
Really? There's some times where I will watch other people's live streams. I'm in my office for 5 minutes just to see how things are going, and I'll come down. I got to watch around my eyes.
Please be careful.
Please be careful on my eyes. And then Yeah, and then I'll come down. Of course, there's always things. People grab you. People try to talk to you, and I want to be here to talk to people. But I'm such a, as you know, sometimes I can be a little micromanaging, where I'm just trying to learn to hey, do your job. And people come into their own and do their own thing. I don't need to micromanage everything.
So it's like a level of trust you're looking to build with people.
Yeah, where I'm like, if I can focus on just praying and being in here in the moment in time of worship, so I'm prepared for what the Lord has for me. Yeah. That's what I need to be more focused on. And that goes against my personality, but it's okay. So
gotcha.
Long answers. Nah. Can they hear us okay, Candace? Pastor Candace?
Yes, they said they can hear everyone just fine.
Awesome. Good deal.
Okay, now be clear.
Be clear? Am I too loud?
No, just.
Oh,
we got you.
Okay.
We got you.
I just want to make sure. I feel like I'm yelling.
But for those who can't see her, that's my lovely wife, Pastor Candace Finney.
She set this all up.
Who set this whole beautiful spread up. She did an amazing job with that. This is like my fifth year in just being involved in the church, in the ministry, and so on and so forth. So I've grown to get to, used to being called, hey, this is just Pastor Candace's husband.
I understand.
Many thanks to my wife for setting this up here. Gotcha. So on the topic, Pastor Seth, of sports.
Okay. We're going to go for the next wing?
We're going to go for the next wing here. Yeah. Give me your top 3 favorite Pittsburgh athletes.
Top 3 favorite Pittsburgh athletes. This sauce is called Bliss and Vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberries and coconut. Okay.
And dates. Don't forget that one too. It's not bad.
That's really tasty.
Yeah. Got a little sweetness to it.
That's real good. My mom's going to be so mad if I'm talking with my mouth full. Sorry, Mom. Probably hear us munching. Top 3 athletes. Probably, as a kid, Jerome Bettis. Because I wasn't around when the Steelers were, so I can only go off of what I knew as sports teams.
But the city got such rich history with sports. It's lasted for decades now.
There's a lot of them. I mean, I got a Ham jersey, but probably Jerome Bettis, Troy Polamalu, and for some reason I always like Brett Kiesel.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I always like Brett Kiesel.
Interesting.
But they're all Steelers, but I didn't follow much baseball because they always broke my heart. And Penguins, I always liked, Crosby. I got a Crosby jersey. I got a Malkin jersey. Lemieux. So I like those guys too. But I always root for the underdog, the local kids. So if there's somebody local, I'll follow them.
Gotcha. It's interesting that you bring up those 3 guys there because they have their own unique leadership qualities and personalities. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something incredibly unique about your role as a lead pastor. And sometimes pastors, in my opinion, that's like a disadvantage to them because, just generally speaking, everyone expects the pastor to be a certain way. Yeah. Live a certain lifestyle. Yeah. So for you to break down those barriers and feed into your parishioners of the church there, so what do you do in terms of your personality that you bring to the table in terms of your leadership and your ministry?
I think I understand. Well, what has shaped me as a pastor was I had 2 great lead pastors, Pastor Jeff Marshall. So he was a great example for 8 years. And then Pastor Chad Stecker, now he's at Morning Star. I worked with Chad for about 3 years. So they were great examples. I had to learn I am not a type A personality. I'm a type B, definitely more relaxed. I would rather socialize than actually get any work done. And that's where I got to be careful. Where I would love to set my week up with just lunch meetings and just hanging out and speaking into people's lives, especially other pastors. I really enjoy connecting, but it's just understanding who I am and what type of personality I have. I'm a mediator, so I want everybody to go home happy in the sense of what can we do to get to the bottom. If there's an issue, how do we lead? And I'm learning now that to lean on more people, again, like we were talking about earlier, so I don't micromanage. So people who are good at certain things, let them just do it. Let me stop worrying about it. Yeah. And it's just better for the kingdom overall. I think I kind of answered that.
No, I think so. I think it's a great answer. You know, again, it's like 5 years of just seeing how the process works, because my wife been a pastor now. But when I was on the outside looking in, everyone expects like the pastor to be like this really larger than life personality, shouting from the pulpit and raising people up there. But your personality is sometimes different to that, where you're a lot more personable, a lot more, thoughtful and engaged in engaging with the people of the church there. I think it just continues to serve you well, and
Thanks.
it's no surprise that our people of our church and just everyone in our community, kind of adores you for that.
That's nice of you to say. I think for me, it's just, again, having good lead pastors, and then even a couple great youth pastors as kids who built genuine friendships with people. And I always understood, like growing up, we had a pastor, like the lead pastor. It's no big deal, but he years ago when I was a kid, little kid, I very rarely remember the lead pastor ever talking to me as a little kid. So whenever I see little kids, I always go out of my way, and sometimes I come looking off like a goober. Like, I'm like, hey guys, you playing that Facebook? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, playing Fortnite?
What's that Fortnite?
And so, but I just, because I remember the impact it had on my life when somebody spoke into it or didn't speak into it. So.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's just understanding who we are as leaders, and that helps.
Gotcha. So would you say, for any person who's watching this right now who has aspiration to become a lead pastor or just being in service to the church, it seems to me that you recognize the importance of a mentorship.
Yeah.
Having that person to go to share advice, but
Yeah.
also with that, pouring into other ones that are maybe behind you,
Yeah.
and kind of build them up at the same time. Could you share me about what the experience like with you?
For me, I had some good youth pastors that spoke into my life. I think on a personal level, I've done a better job with that since I became a lead pastor. Like when I was a youth pastor, I just assumed I had to do everything.
Yeah.
And kids pastor, and I didn't let people who had giftings let them run with it as much. So I kind of learned the hard way of, like, even when I was in Newcastle, I had a kid, I had great leaders there, great leaders.
Yeah.
Some of them could have spoke more often and been an integral part of that part of it. But I had to always have the mindset that, hey, I'm in charge, I got to be the one speaking, I got to do this, just because I felt like it was my job and I was getting paid to do it. So
Great viewpoint.
I'm gonna read. So hopefully that so now I see the importance of it. What's this one?
Yeah, this is the Hoff and Pepper. Has smoked honey, habanero, chipotles.
Smoked chipotle, smoked habanero.
Yeah.
Okay.
And red jalapeno. So I think the level is picking up a little bit because I'm feeling a little tingle in my mouth right
Really?
now.
I'm not gonna get caught. I'm not gonna say anything.
Let's give this a shot here.
That's really good too. That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. So,
Do you prefer drums or flats when it comes to wings?
that's a very good question. It depends on the establishment where I buy my wings from.
Okay.
It sounds unique, but it is what it is. My next question.
Man, those are good.
A few months ago, one of your mentors was here. When I wish I remember his name, but he was talking about watching you grow up as a young man.
Yeah.
He was sharing a story how your mentor, what is his name again, one more time?
Ken Barner.
Ken Barner.
Yeah.
That you and Ken Barner will walk around the neighborhood when you were like a teenager, maybe a preteen, with your headphones on.
Yeah.
And listening to worship music and whatnot. So as you begin to reflect on your career and your calling of a pastor, did you think that you would like reach this level here of just being the lead pastor of a church?
No, I was content being a youth and kids pastor, even though I went to school to be, my major was just pastoral ministry. And so I just filled in the needs as a youth, I did kids ministry first, no idea what I was doing, but thankfully some great people that I could lean on, other kids pastors. And then doing youth, I was perfectly content doing that. And then even when I went to Newcastle, I was doing youth, but the last probably 6 months there, I knew I was time for something, for change. And lead pastor, I was open to associate pastor, lead pastor, but when New Day opened up, it just made sense to come back home. And since I was familiar with it, and even when I was the youth pastor here and kids pastor, I had visions for the kids area that we just couldn't do at the time.
Yeah.
And now we're coming up with some ideas of, well, what can we do with that area back there that I dreamed about probably 6-7 years ago, and hopefully within the next few months we'll see complete.
I see.
That'd be cool.
No, that's really cool. So, going back on that question there,
Yeah.
I want to dig a little deeper in that.
Oh boy.
So, let's look at it from the defining moment.
Okay.
So, what was that moment like when you made that decision where God called you to be a lead pastor of a church? Just stepping into that pastoral life. What was that defining moment like for you?
I mean, that thought was in my head for a while. And I'll be very honest, it was a prophetic word spoken over me.
Oh, really? Wow.
That kind of confirmed what was already in my heart. And this person spoke over me. They had no idea what was going on in my life. And that's why I think I spoke on it Sunday. I think prophecies are a really good way of confirming things. This guy had no idea what he was doing. It's actually Andre Van Zyl.
Yeah.
He's
It's
coming.
awesome.
Here's a plug. Andre Van Zyl will be here in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so please stop by.
Stop by Sunday, Monday. But no, I know exactly where I was. Victory Campus in Wilmington, up in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half north here. And me and Katie were sitting in the service. He called me out. He gave us a prophetic word that confirmed, like, hey, it was time that the Lord put this in my heart. He had no idea what was going on. It was just the Lord confirmed it, and it was good. It was good, but it was a couple things leading up to that. And I don't know if there was a moment where I was like, I can do this, because I don't know if I've ever felt like, hey, you can do this.
Yeah.
You can always lean on the Lord.
Yeah.
So.
Now it's important that you recognize that and just own that truth there. But also in that, I'm going to segue to another question here. The Bible itself is riddled with countless stories of just like ordinary people making these enormous sacrifices to God. And sometimes, as presently speaking, 2022, are we 2021?
We're close.
COVID has got me all mixed up. But sometimes people, look at their life and feel like they can't relate to it. I can't relate to the story of Moses. I can't relate to the story of Ruth. So as a leader, when God, put that inside of your heart and spoke all the way to you about what he wants to do, so what do you say to people to try to build them up and inspire them to step more into their truth and their gift, into the kingdom of God?
I think first off, it's recognizing, those people have to recognize there's a gift in them. I can't tell people I can encourage you, hey, Travis, but I don't want to I got to make sure my motivation is correct and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Am I doing this? What's my motives behind of me saying anything to you? And, but I think it's recognizing for me is as soon as somebody says something like, hey, I got a heart for this, I have no problem jumping on that train and just keeping my eye open for that and just be encouraging. But for me, I feel like that person I need to hear them say it because they need to be the one to recognize that they are called to something. Because me saying something is one thing, but when the Holy Spirit calls you, that's so much more than anything that I could bring to the table. So just my thoughts.
Good point. Let's jump to the next wing here.
Los Calientes.
Verde. See the heat level on this here.
This is only a 4 out of 10.
This is good.
Yeah, this is really good. These are really good. I know it's gonna these ones are gonna knock our socks off.
We're prepared for it. We got our milk.
Hopefully people are on the live stream. I don't know if they can hear us. I haven't touched, I had a little sip of milk, but
Just a tiny bit.
that was a 4 out of 10. I would buy that.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Los Calientes. That's really good.
Nice shout out there.
Yeah, Sean Evans, hit me up. That's the guy who does the show.
Another question. On the topic of like your interests and things that you're excited about and you do outside of the church, you know, on the topic of music itself there, what are some of the artists that you listen to
Okay.
to get you in the zone?
Get me in the zone to worship.
Save the next one.
No, we can eat it now, man. Well, music I just listen to in general. I listen to, as you know, I listen to a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
A lot of rap music. That's just the way I've always been.
Yeah.
Always just like hip hop. Band wise, I listen to a band called King's Kaleidoscope.
Nice.
Citizens.
Nice.
Josh Garrell. When it comes to hip hop, I listen to anything on my Spotify list. I've been listening to a guy named Tory, not Tory Lorenz, Tory Sean, a guy named Ty Brazell. I think I'm saying his name right. The Indie Tribe, which is like No Big Deal.
Yeah.
Mogul the Iceberg.
Yeah.
Guys like that. People probably have no idea who I'm talking about.
But you should listen to them.
They're
really
good.
good.
Really Christian. Like if you have teenagers or even if you're adult, like me growing up on hip hop,
Yeah.
when hip hop was more. But growing up, I listened to like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Listened to a lot of Beastie Boys, a lot of Sublime.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Gotcha.
Dispatch, Incubus, stuff I probably shouldn't have listened to. You know.
But we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. It's okay.
That's
But
all
when it
right.
comes to like worship, I listen to King's Kaleidoscope has a good worship album. I mean, you're just your typical, not typical. That sounds terrible. I love hymns though. I do like hymns. Obviously, Bethel Hillsong, Red Rock.
Yeah.
I enjoy Maverick City, Brandon Lake.
Yeah.
People like that.
So during your time as a youth pastor, before taking on this position of a lead pastor, did you find that it was important for you to understand the world of what, you know, the younger kids are going through, the things that they're listening to? Did that serve you
It
well
did.
with making a connection
Yeah.
with them?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know I would hear kids' bands and I would go research Christian bands that sounded very similar.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure the quality was good. I wouldn't be like, hey, check out this band and they're super cheese.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure the quality was good. And so there are times where I have music on my playlist or my phone
Yeah.
that it brings back memories of trying to not connect, but like, hey, and if we were in a youth group setting, or if we were going on a trip, that their style of music was being played as well. And it ended up being, and I found some really good bands that I enjoyed listening to. I even went to some concerts with kids.
Oh, really?
Where I was like, this isn't really my style, but I enjoyed it because the kids were enjoying it.
Yeah.
It was like a dad moment, you know, before I was a dad. But it was good.
No, that's awesome.
Oh, man.
Let's jump to the next wing here. Hothead official revolutionary. Pink Himalayan salt. Pink peppercorn. Trinidad scorpion pepper.
Trinidad Scorpion Pepper.
I'd never heard of that before.
Me neither. This is only a 5 out of 10.
All right, man.
My upper lip is a little tingly.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I send some nose hair from the aroma of the stuff here.
yeah, that's a big jump. That's a big jump.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel that going the way down. I better be careful.
I took my dad went to Singapore for work several times, and he brought this medicine back called Po Chai.
Yeah.
I have some in the back there, those little vials. They don't help with burn, but they help with like your stomach issues.
Yeah.
So I took some of those, knowing burns going in.
Wow, I'm feeling that.
That was a little odd.
Yeah, you're a little teary-eyed. I'm teary-eyed. We're having a moment right now.
You're really touching me with
This
these
is
questions.
getting real, man.
Oh, that was a little, yeah, that was got a
We're
little
about to get slayed in the spirit right now.
Oh,
Catch a Holy Ghost, man.
that was
My
only
goodness.
5. That's only 5.
Woo! Wow.
That's only 5, man.
We may need to wrap this up.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. Yeah.
Oh, maybe eat some celery or something. I did have ice cream, but I think somebody took it, man.
Yeah, man, we're not young, man. We got to be careful.
But I like some hot stuff. But
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where I would land on this range.
Yeah. On the topic of food, what is your go-to wing spot here in the Pittsburgh area?
I know it sounds bad. I don't get wings.
Really?
Very rarely do I get wings, just because of the price.
Ah, yeah.
I'm such
You're
a
right.
cheapskate, where I won't buy wings because of the price. Like yesterday, I was at lunch with somebody on Monday. I don't think people care, but it was $15 for 10 wings. And I was like, oh, that's a little steep. But if I am gonna eat, we eat as a family. We eat a lot of Mexican. El Campesino.
Good stuff. Is that, I'm
So
assuming,
okay.
is that one of your favorite foods to eat?
I do like that. I like to snack, but I do like a good soft pretzel. That has nothing to do with anything.
I noticed last year, in one of our trunk or treats we did, I think the first one we did was last year. One of the people from the church brought in one of your favorite snacks of all time. I didn't know that. Nutty Buddies.
Good memory there.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was all about Nutty Buddies, man. Little Debbie, that's where it was at. I mean, Swiss cake rolls, fudge rounds.
Yeah.
Nobody buy me any of that stuff. I have zero self-control. I'm still trying to lose some weight, but eating that stuff does not help at all.
Gotcha.
That one's lingering all about.
It's still there. It's still like festering in my mouth here.
We're just gonna roll right through it.
Let's roll right through it.
Oh man.
All right. I can't even pronounce this one.
You know what stinks? I mean,
Senor Luchuga.
I'm not gonna be weird about it, but I know I have bigger lips. You know, people are gonna be like, what? So I know my lips are gonna, like, I can't get them out of the way.
Don't bite your lip.
Oh man. Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to eat them faster.
We're in trouble. It's got ghost peppers in it. Yeah.
Oh, that one doesn't hurt right. That one's a creeper.
Give it a few minutes.
That one's gonna come up. I think you get me.
Take your time.
I'm just thinking about it. Oh, okay.
There it is.
It's coming up.
Wow. Wow. Take my glasses off.
You got a beanie on too, man. You're sweating.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking about
bald
it.
head here.
I'm not very professional, but I might roll up my sleeves. That was not too bad. That was
Not too bad. You can hit it with the milk and it kind of
stops it there.
tames it down a little bit. But my goodness. That's good. Wow. That's good though. Good flavor though. Next question. You all right?
I'm good. I'm good. I feel okay. I know I don't want to jump ahead. I'm scared of this. So I legitimately am super nervous about that.
You want to do a prayer really quick before we hit? All right. Next question.
I gotta watch. Be careful.
Yeah. So, the initial work from home orders around March or April of last year, and everyone was, doing things more remote than ever before. And I noticed there are some places where they were kind of prepared for these type of events here.
Yeah.
And as a millennial, I'm assuming you're a millennial too.
Yeah.
We kind of grew up with technology, grew up with social media platforms, starting off with the IM messages, now we transitioned to full-on TikTok videos,
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
How do you incorporate God's message, into social media to reach a much broader community? Is that something that you embraced?
I don't embrace it because I am technically a millennial. I'm a little bit older of a millennial. Like I grew up with N64 and like playing video games. Like I'm all about.
Shout out to that. It's one of my favorite systems of all time.
N64 is the greatest. I'm waiting for the. And so, anyways, my lips are on fire. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. What was the question was about social media, and I personally, people are on it. I just can't. What I struggle with just personally is like I don't think people care enough to know what I have to say. So I'm like I don't put a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
But I know it reaches people, and so I know it's important. But for me, it's just I'm just not into social media. That's where I know I need to surround myself with people who are into it, even people who are younger or people even my age who are into it, because But I do consume social media though too.
Yeah.
I like to watch YouTube videos and I follow certain people and but it's important, but I just struggle with getting it off the ground because I'll just be very upfront. Like I don't like the way I look on my pictures and the way social media.
We all look different.
So
I swear, Zoom. If I do a Zoom meeting, I'm putting on like 20 pounds. It's like, man, I'm just like
Oh,
that.
I'll tell you what, I had a Zoom meeting this morning. So what I did was I stacked like my books this high.
Yeah,
So I could have like a download.
it's good advice.
I did that one time and somebody's like, wow, you look really good. And I was like, it's just the angle, man. It's just the angle.
Make sure you get my good face.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And now that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was just telling Pastor Candace, this has nothing to do with it. My skin gets so dry,
Yeah.
where I start getting stuff on my face. And you got the lotion, and nobody cares. But
Nah, maybe we should ask for a love offering for you to get some makeup.
Oh, come on, man.
You could brush up before you
Come on, man.
hop on for a video there. So let's jump into our next wing here.
Oh shoot. Okay, they didn't put a lot. Do we just want to? You want to put a little bit on there?
Let's dab it a little bit.
Oh,
let's go for
It's
it.
just one that I'm scared of. This is the one I've been dreading. I woke
Shake
up
it
at
up, baby.
3:30 this morning and I couldn't fall back to sleep for like 2 hours.
You were concerned about this.
Not thinking about
It comes out fast on the bottle, so be careful.
it. Comes. Maybe just put it.
Oh,
just
let's put it on the board here.
Put it on the board.
Look at that volcano.
Oh, you're crazy, son.
Yeah, we're going for it.
God bless
Get a
you.
little bit of that.
Can they see how much? I don't know if anybody can see how much I'm putting on.
Yeah, they can see.
Okay, I'll put a little bit on here. Oh, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
I'll go in.
Why don't you lead us in prayer?
I should pray.
This one, by the way, is the Bomb
Beyond.
Evolution.
Yeah, this is the one that always gets people. Okay, let's just do it. I've been waiting to do this wing for like 4 years.
You ready?
Okay, let's do
Let's
it.
go.
My heart rate has to jump.
Whoa.
Okay,
It got really quiet for a second.
I did get quiet. Okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye on my heart rate.
Yeah. It got real. Oh my.
I must
Let's
not.
be a professional.
I must not have put a lot on there.
Oh my. Whew. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
Okay. I must not have put it. Okay. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
See, I'm starting to sweat now.
Yeah. Oh my.
I shouldn't laugh. Okay, I'll put gravy. I'll stick a little bit of sauce.
Man.
I must not have put.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's put the lid back.
Like I feel it in my ears.
Let's put the lid back on that one.
I'm gonna start speaking in tongues.
Okay.
Oh my. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good control.
Get control. Okay. You must have put a lot more than I did.
I did.
Dude, your glasses are fogging up. Like I got
Foolishly.
I got a burn. I feel like I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little better.
Whose idea was to do this?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it was mine and somebody else made it happen. I don't know if Candace made it.
Oh
At this
my
point, I'm
goodness.
about to blame Candace. Just because she's not at the table. And she can't defend herself.
I know.
And
Oh my goodness. Wow.
oh, don't breathe. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Next time, we should have the EMS like station
Out there. Let me get a little bit more
for
milk.
situations like this.
How we doing? Get a little bit more milky milk. Okay, I'm good. I think. Okay. Okay, man,
We're gonna make it.
Yeah, we're going for a long time here, man.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
We got one more wing.
We got off track.
Last stab. This is 10 out of 10. This is only 8 out of 10. That's only 8 out of 10.
This is 11 out of 10.
I know.
So
I know.
why don't we just regroup?
Okay, I think I'm okay.
before we jump into it.
I think I'm okay. Like, it's just there. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't go away. It's just like,
It just lingers.
my tongue, I better stop. Keep going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
Our producer's getting on us. Sorry,
All right.
sorry. So we don't mean to. This is like so hot. Sorry.
Let's jump into the next question.
Okay.
Okay. So being in a leadership position of a church,
Yeah.
that's a lot of people that lean on you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ministries that you're in charge of.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff you have to do on a day-to-day basis.
Yep.
So how do you find, and you're married, your wife is also a pastor, you have
Yes.
2 younger kids.
Yes.
So how do you juggle the work-life balance of being a lead pastor? And how do you find that time to grow within your calling and
Yeah.
also feed into your family?
That's a good question. For me personally, I had to like make that change. When I read the Bible, I'm not reading it to find a sermon, even though that's what I do. I don't mean to. Like, I'm just reading. Sorry. Just like,
You're good, man. It's okay. God loves you, man.
where I'm reading the Bible and not like looking for a sermon.
Yeah.
And for personal growth, and I'm a very bad reader when it comes to other books. I'm trying to be better. I'm sorry.
Still hitting them.
Still get me. And it's what was the question about
Work-life balance.
work-life balance? Yeah, I can be tough because in ministry it's 24/7.
Yeah.
It really is 24/7. People can text you, call you anytime that they want, and
Yeah.
I've learned how to balance to ignore people's phone calls. Not because I don't want to talk to them, it's just not the appropriate time to talk to them. Because there's times where my kids are like, where are you off to? You off to work again? You know what I mean? If it's something happens. So it is trying to balance. I can't feel my tongue. I can't feel my tongue. It's like having that balance, just that balance.
Yeah.
That's what you asked, balance. Yeah, I keep repeating words. And it's, it can be a challenge getting up in the morning sometimes.
Yeah.
I get up and getting up early. I'll read in the morning. And just some days are different than other days. That's why it's one thing about ministry is it is 24/7, but I can't make my own schedule too.
Yeah.
If I go long one day, I'll come in later. Like this morning, I came in just a few minutes later just because some other things going on. And like I said, it all depends. It all depends. So
Gotcha.
I wasn't okay.
It wasn't bad.
You ready for this one?
Let's go.
The last stab.
The last dab.
3 million Scoville.
Reach the end.
Whoa, man, we've been talking for almost 40 minutes.
I know, man. This is good. That's what happens when you do thoughtful kind of questions in a unique setting.
I'll put a little bit more. The bomb was good. Like, maybe I didn't put enough on there. Last dab. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
Are you ready to do this?
Nope. Here we go. Oh, that was not a good idea. Don't lick your finger. Okay, like if you get sick. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a lot of sauce.
All right, let's go.
Oh, you got enough. I want to make sure I do
I know,
appropriate
yeah.
amount. Okay.
I think we got the same amount. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. That's not even
It doesn't taste good.
that's not even real.
It doesn't taste good.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that is.
It's not very good.
What is that?
It's
I've never had something enter my mouth and taste so foreign before.
it's called the Apollo pepper. I think it's the hottest pepper in the world.
What?
Only made in this sauce. And so yeah. Good. Apollo pepper. Yeah, it's all it is. It's just Apollo pepper powder.
I feel like I drink rubbing alcohol.
It is. It's hot.
I can't process what's going on right now.
Oh, it's warm.
Ooh, that's like boiling water.
It's hot.
Oh, I'm there.
That's real hot. Okay. So what's the difference between, do you like being here in Pittsburgh than Georgia, or do you ever want to go back to Georgia?
No, man. You know what? I love.
I was like, my nose and I'm
I
like,
never forget home. I still got my. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that got real. Wow. Get it together.
We put a lot of sauce on it.
Ooh,
How many more questions do you have?
this one.
Okay, one more.
I love being home.
You all right?
I go back from time to time. But Pittsburgh is unique and special. After growing up in the heat in Georgia, I can't take it anymore. So I need that seasonal change. So with that,
Holy cow. Oh, my. Oh, that just lingers.
understanding seasons
Okay, yeah.
and changes and
Oh,
having a purpose,
yeah.
where do you see New Day Assembling, in the South Hills?
In the South Hills?
There's few churches that are here
Yeah.
who are doing great work and connecting with the community, but how do you see New Day into the equation? What is your goal for New Day?
I go. Okay, hold on.
As we try to pull ourselves
Holy
together, this
cow.
is in my ears, man.
That's hot.
I never felt anything in my ears before.
Okay. What I want? Oh,
Take your time.
that's what I want it to be. I want New Day to be part of like a staple part of the community where if there is a tragedy, people know that they can count on us. But not only can they count on us, we're already there in the events, so we're not strangers to things when things do happen. And just be a vital part of what's going on. And even if that means I cannot feel my lips, oh my goodness! Even if that means showing up, just to be a part of something without announcing like we're there, and just being a part of it. And then I'm hoping through these relationships that we're building, that people will get to see our heart, that we genuinely care for them, and that we're just not an institution of religion, as a lot of people think we are, that we're actual people who really care what's going on in their lives. And that takes time and energy and effort and money and
just being genuine
yes.
and authentic.
And that's the thing. What really has set us back is certain people when they turn on TV and they see certain people who claim to be Christians, and they just assume everybody's the same way. And we're really working up an uphill battle with that, but we'll get there. I like the direction where we're going.
Yeah.
I can't feel my lips. Oh man, whoever stole my ice cream.
Wow. Whoever stole your ice cream,
I got ice cream back there. Okay.
they're not getting a Christmas gift this year.
No.
You're getting cold.
Well, thanks for
stockings.
doing the interview.
Awesome, man. So, any special shout outs you want to give at this time?
I want to thank my wife for putting up with me.
Shout out to the wives
I
out
want to
there.
appreciate my children. People at New Day, I love you. I appreciate you. That's about it. Pendel, thanks. Whatever. Oh, my lips. Okay. Thanks for doing this, Travis.
We made it, man.
Did it.
We did
it. Thanks for joining us through this long journey of, it's been almost 45 minutes. Thank you for doing it.
This has been real. Maybe we should do this again.
Maybe. Sounds good.
But we will reverse it. We'll start from hot.
No, that doesn't sound good.
I think it'd be really good if we go from hot to cold.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?